Hello. Pardon the fan noise. It's really muggy, and I've tried to make a video without it, and it was disgusting, and I'm not going to do it again. I am doing a kind of mid-year check-in for planners and journals. I've had some successes and some failures, and some why the heck am I doing this? Um, yeah, I think I was very, very ambitious at the beginning of the year. And that, not only did I buy like way too many planners and ended up having to sell a bunch of them, the ones that remained, I like tried to press into action as things. And, to varying degrees of success, I'm somewhat keeping up with them, but I'm questioning why I'm doing them. And if there's a better way, like next year, I'm just going to continue on as I'm going for the rest of the year because I'm a completionist, so gotta finish it. So I'll start with I wrote a script and then I stamped all over it. I'll start with my photo a day calendar. This is now in my TN cover, my black one. And it's pretty much the only thing that's in here right now except for this folder that's got some ephemera stuff in it. It's got the things I'm going to use to collage a cover. This is going really well. Photo a day calendar. I stick with this. I love this. Absolutely, absolutely love this so much with all my being. This is a super quick way to find out kind of when something was happening in my life. I can look at it and go, yeah, I saw Dune. Yeah, my son made a little character of himself. Trying to sell my flu box. I could just look at this and, get a quick overview of what's going on. Love this. We'll be doing this next year. We'll probably be doing this. So I'm going to try to just buy one planner, maybe one more thing, but I'm not going to go absolutely nuts. I'm not going to pre-order anything. I'm just going to probably buy a Hobonichi Weeks. I have this blank one. It doesn't really matter to me if it's dated for this because I don't care. I've got stamps. I can stamp the date in. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to use this one. So I will not need to purchase anything to continue that next year. I love this. I will always do this forever and ever and ever. And there's a tutorial on my channel on how to do it with some Canva templates that you can use if you want to do it too for various sizes. Next we have this stuff. So this was my project tracker, and it was basically I was kind of tracking when I read a book, watched a show, just kind of things that I did for fun. And also when I sold something, when I spent money. Yeah, you'll notice I haven't been spending much money. Yeah, I took a class, didn't really like it. This is sticky right here. I need to fix that. Took another class on mending knitwear. And so I basically was doing the books I read, or I'm mostly doing audiobooks right now because I need to be able to do two things at once at least. And, kind of projects like started to knit a sock, show I watched, did a collage of my TN insert, just things like that. Shows, books, sold something. Got this far with my sweater project. Cut some notebooks down for a friend. This kind of stuff. But I'm not using this enough. I'm not using this enough to justify this Hobonichi Weeks. Like, this was a good week, but this is like, that's not the norm. There's weeks where nothing, kind of pretty much nothing happens. Or almost nothing, mostly nothing. I don't know. I feel like I'm wasting this. Like this should have had a better life. I'm going to continue it. I'll finish it out, but I won't be doing it this way again next year. And then we have my health tracker. I went through and made these stickers and cut them out, fussy cut them, and stuck them all the way in. And I'm not doing any of this. I'm just not tracking. I'm so sick of my head. So I'm trying to quit soda. And this week I've quit soda and I have a pounding headache. So if I sound a little bit grumpy, that's why. And I was tracking how long I was on the phone. And so what I was supposed to be doing this year was I was supposed to be accomplishing kind of health goals. And this was actually just making me feel really bad about myself. Like, wow, you're a mess. Look at you, you're a mess. So I just stopped. And I had done all the stickering and stuff all the way through to May. And I'm not doing it. And this was the Sterling ink. And I really prefer hardcover. So I prefer the Weeks. I like the white. I wish the Weeks was white. But I prefer the hardcover. And I just haven't been using this. And so I'm probably going to just cut this to smithereens and take all the notes pages and stick them, you know, maybe in a ring binder or something. I don't know. Harvest that one. Won't be doing that again. I did really well with this last year, but you know, I was going through some stuff, and I don't need to like make myself feel bad. And then the other one is another Hobonichi Weeks, and this one was kind of my social media. These are the days that videos go live. So just kind of tracking that. And for some unknown reason, so that's been going really well. And this is really good because I can look back and see, okay, when was this? At first I started doing, you know, what I was doing for social media on a daily basis. So I uploaded a video, I recorded a video, I edited a video. But why? You know, and some of these I was planning what I was going to film. That was really good. But as you could probably tell from watching my channel, I don't really plan my films very well. So at this point, I started doing, you know, printing out my thumbnails and putting them in there. But again, there's just not that much. I'm just wasting this book. I'm just wasting it. Look at this page, empty. This page, empty. This page empty. And I was supposed to be kind of writing like what I talked about and stuff like that. Did I do it? No. No, I did not. Because I could just go back and watch the video. and the thumbnail's enough to jog my memory. I've been using these little tabby things from Daiso to kind of keep track. Because basically I print these things out at the end of the month with my photos for the photo a day journal. And so I just kind of keep track with these things during the month. And I was supposed to write on that in pencil. I've been writing on it with pencil and erasing it. These things are so thick. I keep thinking that there's two of them, but there's no. It's just really thick. They don't fit great in here, but who cares? They do fit great. I think I put one in here. Where was it? They fit great in the monthly. See, they fit in the monthly really well. I just stuck that in there to show you. Won't be doing this again. What I might do is print out the thumbnails and have them in a monthly. So basically have some sort of monthly situation, have those there, use the weekly for my project tracker. But, you know, I despair of this side of the page, you know, that's just empty and doing nothing. So what I think I'm going to do, I had thought maybe I would do something like in one of these Travelers Company passport sized undated. So Simone, if you watch her snippets from my desk, she uses these. And every time she reads a book, she just enters the date and does a blurb about it. And then the next time is the next book she read. So it's not like every day of the week kind of situation. And that is an idea. This is only 8 pounds, so this might be the only other thing I buy for the project tracker. But what I think I'm really going to do is go back to my bullet journal roots and use one of these Canva notebooks. That this one started out as a project tracker in 2023. So this is how I was kind of planning out my videos. And so, you know, I may just draw out the months and draw out the weeks and have this be a combo, or this one, or this one. You know, I've got 3 of them. I should put these to use. I have no other use for them. Why do I have them? I should use them. So I think I'm going to do maybe a bullet journaling version of just do the months, draw out the weeks, but don't date them until I actually use them. And I can keep track of it that way. Because I haven't been doing my projects as much as I want to. And I need to get on that. So, yeah. That's the plan for that. My work planner. This is what I'll be buying in other weeks for. This is going great. This is daily things. This is for job 1. This is for job 2. I do the same job in 2 different places. So for 2 different councils. So I got to kind of keep track of what I need to do. And this is personal. And this is just a running to-do list. And what I kind of do is I'll write it. If I manage, I kind of sucked this week. But if I do a thing off this list, you know, I don't have to put it over there. I'm not going to put it over there after I've done it. I just write MTWTHF, you know, what day of the week I did it. This is kind of the personal to-dos, you know, that aren't going in a specific day. And this same chunk has been going week after week after week after week. And I want to do these things. So, yeah, I'm if you could tell, I'm a little bit bummed at my lack of progress in my projects. So that is going to be my focus for the second half of the year. Work on my projects. Ink journals. So this thing that I was I overextended myself. I was going through and doing all these symbols, and you know, I like it. It looks good. Did I keep up with it? Hell no. What was I thinking? Anyways, I've got a bunch of these, and I do kind of refer back to them. But I was supposed to be writing with the pen if I use the ink. And I haven't done it. I'm not doing it. I did it a couple times, but, you know, I'm not doing it. It's not happening. I seem to not care enough about that to do it. And this was the samples. So this is bottles, samples. I'm not keeping up with it. What I am keeping up with, and what I absolutely adore, is my, so let's go to June, is my, you know, what ink I use in my journal each day. I don't have a list of what ink I use when I write a letter, but it's mostly just what ink I've been using, what I've been grabbing for, getting an idea of what my tastes are, what my preferences are, what kind of color combos look good to me. Like this was an interesting month. This was kind of boring because I had to use deodorant black when I was on holiday. This I was a bit too neutral, you know. This was interesting. I like these colors together. Yeah. But I can go back and go, ooh, those looked good together. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing there in the monthly. And then in the weeklies, I'm just writing out the pen. So I stenciled this out, and the other day, instead of doing what I was supposed to be doing, I went through and I stenciled it all the way to the end of the year. But I love doing this. I will write my entry in my journal, and then I will come and do this. because I really like it. I love the way this looks. It looks really good to me. It looks better than what I was doing in 2023 in the weeks. I was wondering whether I wanted to do, when I do next year, if I wanted to do a horizontal weekly or the vertical, but I like this look. You know, I just like, I'm happy. And so I think I'm just going to do it again. I put all my pens in here. And I, you know, I'm not writing when I started writing when I inked them up. Do I keep up with this? No, I don't. I just don't think, I guess this information does not matter to me at the moment. If it does, I'll need to think of some way of doing it, but I haven't been keeping track of it. I've just been mostly using this to do ink sampling and currently inked. That's making me happy. So what I want to do, I'm not going to buy another one of these. It's a chunker, and it's just, it's an expense with the shipping to the UK. So this is the Sterling Common Planner. This was 2023's undated. The expense to buy it and ship it. Again, try not to spend money. I'm on a kick. Don't really want to spend money. I have 5 of these. Original, Tomoe River, A5, plain notebooks. No quotes, no none of that. So again, back to the bullet journal kind of situation. What I need to decide is if I'm going to use my monster cutter and cut it down to Traveler's notebook size and do it in there, or if I'm going to stay A5. I think I might stay A5 because I have 2 A5 covers. One I'm thinking of probably selling. And, you know, I want to use one. Because I haven't ever. Because this is not my size. Why I keep buying these, I don't know. I think I buy them because I think I can cut them down to whatever size I want. But, yeah, I think I might do it A5. Try A5 next year. I mean, the only thing is, with the weeks, so I leave this space down here to write, you know, notes about it. And I was sometimes writing, oh, wrote the pen dry, or I hate this combo, or this is my favorite thing on earth. You know, trying to find one. Might get a grind on this pen to make it have more character. Trisbee Vac Mini. Yeah. But I haven't really used that much, and now there's going to be just even more of it. So unless I do 2 weeks, maybe have like, because I also don't need this to be so wide, but will I like the way it looks if it isn't? All these questions. Like, what if I just kind of wrote from the edge and then had a line, and I don't know. What if it was just 4? That might look okay, but then will my stencil fit? So these are all things I've got to figure out, but I have to figure out how to do it in here, because that's my plan. And then I'll have my currently inks in here, and I'll have my ink samplings in here, and this will just be what happens with inks and pens in 2024. I do want to start keeping a running list of in and out. I've been selling things and not really buying many things, and I'd like to keep track of that. That's important to me. But I don't think, yeah, tracking what pen I had what ink, because my currently ink tells me that. I don't need a list of the pen and all the inks on the pen. I just don't think I'm going to do it. That's just too much work. I'm too lazy. My 5-year journal. This I've been struggling with. I'm going to be honest. I realized at the end of June that I had not written in this since the 14th of January. It basically, the thing about it is that I am at, so I'm kind of a side writer. I write kind of from the bottom up when I'm doing videos because I kind of have to, but I prefer to write from the side. And when it was like this, I couldn't. And it's at the bottom of the page, and it's a nightmare. I hate writing off the bottom of the page. I mean, once I get a little bit further in, I can, like, you know, do this and it won't be so bad. But it's been a chore writing down there. Now I've started drawing out the lines. I'm going to make this a 9-year journal. I'm not going to buy another one of these. I haven't really used this side of the page. I used it like a couple times, but I just went through and what did I do? I did like a tip in over the top to, yeah. So I'll just write on that. I'm going to take a page out of the weeks and make it because this is not the right color. That will bother me, but otherwise, yeah, I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to write on this side and yeah, it'll be a 9-year. And this is my, in case of fire, grab this because I'm not going to be able to grab all my daily journals. Daily journaling's going great. This is January and February, March and April. So I did the Travelers Company insert 003 for January and February, and I didn't like that. It didn't work with my Esterbrook SD Tortoise with the extra fine stub nib, and it's like if I can't write with that pen, I'm not happy. I want to be able to write with that pen if I want to write with that pen. So I switched into I can't remember what number the insert is for the one that's Tomoe River paper. I have some of the old ones, and I split it in half. Like I just took out the staples and popped it open, took half the pages out, and put half of them in here. And that worked. That a perfect amount to do March and April. And so that's what I kind of do in the beginning of every year. I get to hop around sizes. And I usually do like a TN size and like a B6 slim or something. One year I did a B6. That was too big. That's why I know A5 is not going to work. And then I go into this from May through to last year. It was May to the end of the year. This year, I don't know if I'm going to make it to the end of the year. I mean, I'm not even halfway through and look how chunky it is. And actually, let me go get last year's. This has been compressed for a while. It used to be a lot wider, but this is May through December of 2023. So, and I love this. I love how chunky this is. And I love that, you can just fold it back on itself to write when you get towards the back, and so you don't have to fight the hump. So if I finish this before the end of the year, like before December, the beginning of December, I'll maybe do a B6 Slim, just because I haven't been in that size this year, and I like to hop around. This is where I spice things up. Otherwise, I just like to stick with the status quo. So what I'm doing to catch up is that every day in July, I am filling out 7 pages, and I'm using these to backtrack and fill out the 7 pages because I do this daily. So that's going really well. I'm like 1 day behind, so 1 day, aka 7 days in here behind, but I'm just going to add 2 to every day next week to catch up. And I think, where's my script? I think that's it. So it looks like I'm only going to buy a Hobonichi Weeks. That's what I'm hoping, to only buy a Hobonichi Weeks. I'm not going to buy any of the pre-orders. I'm just going to buy one Hobonichi Weeks. Gosh, I mean, do you think I'm going to make it? I don't know that I will. So I'm hoping. And actually, I mean, it gets quite addictive, this trying to do things on an extreme budget. Only buy things when you sell something, that kind of thing. Like I'm a little bit addicted to this right now. So one Hobonichi weeks. That's what I think next year is going to be like. I'll check in again at the end of the year and let you know whether I've changed my mind completely. But I'm hoping I don't. And that is it. See you guys. Bye.